What is happening, everyone? I am BA, back once again with another reaction to the Tales from the Crypt series. We have reached episode 10 of season 2. This one is called Ventriloquist Dummy. Never seen it before. No idea who's in it. No idea what's gonna happen. You know the protocol by now. Let's check it out and see what it's saying to it.
Would you like me to tell a tale from the crypt? No thanks, Desperate.
That is a dummy operating a dummy. Below that table is like 7 guys all going like, oh shit.
Africa on safari, huh? Are you crazy?
Don Rickles! Don Rickles is an absolute legend. Nightclub comedian from back in the day when it was all like, he did a lot of wise guy nightclubs. This guy has made the mafia laugh more than any human ever in existence.
What do? Pull over and let him pass. The hell are you applauding about? What are you, seals? That's one of my big ones. And the
I think we started the applause first. Seals stole it from us. We need to get copyright on that. Start making that sweet seal money.
Hey, Bill. Anytime you need any advice or a few tips, feel free to look me up. Okay, kid?
Golly, Mr. Ingalls, thanks. What, Mom?
It's lovely, let's go.
That kid's a big fan of ventriloquist dummies.
We still got our date, don't we? I know this great little after-hours joint.
I'm not feeling very well.
Don't listen to him, baby. He's never felt better. Let's go.
I wonder if that's Don Rickles actually doing the miming there.
That gets better. Oh, Superman.
Lights out now, Billy.
Okay, Mom.
Ventriloquist dummies, obviously another horror trope. I forget what that one was called a few years ago that came out about it. Then there's that famous possessed doll in the Haunted Items Museum that can never be removed from the glass cabinet. It's like, fuck off, you made up the story and put it in a glass cabinet. Give us the doll. Annabelle. Your doll is bullshit. I want Annabelle. I want her right in the background when I do these videos, hanging ominously over my shoulder before she kills me in my sleep. Wow, a 15 years later jump cut. This kid is gonna be a ventriloquist king by now.
Come on, Tim. Oh, wow.
Holy shit! Is that my man from Police Academy? Oh, I forget his name for the life of me. I've literally watched one of his stand-up shows from like 5 years ago as well. I should know this guy's name.
My name is Billy Goldman. I met you a long time ago.
He also directed quite a good film a few years ago. It was kinda like Breaking Bad before Breaking Bad came out. It was about a guy that got diagnosed, told he was dying, and then just started going around shooting all these shallow people.
Hi, my name is Tim. Can Morty come out and play?
Oh, shit. Come on in.
Nice, old Don Rickles is still kicking it 15 years later.
You said I could look you up.
Oh, yeah?
Well, it was 15 years ago. I was 11 years old.
15 years ago and he was 11 years old. So that guy's 26. You want me to believe that guy's 26? Has he been through a war? Was there a radioactive spill in his neighborhood?
So much history. So many memories. Showgirl dies in tragic resort fire.
It's not really something you fondly reflect on, bro.
I'm not even sure how the fire started. I lost everything that night. Everything.
Couldn't you operate Morty with your left hand?
I wonder if it was that guy as a kid that set the fire.
I was hoping that maybe you could come by and give me your critique, you know, maybe some pointers.
I don't go out much.
You don't need to go out much, Don. The world comes to you, my friend.
Because of you, all I've ever wanted to be is a ventriloquist. I gotta know if I've got what it takes. Only you can tell me that.
So he's 26 and he's only decided to do his first gig now. That means he saw that when he was 11, went through his entire life up until like 23, 24, sacking it off, and then at 25, turned around to his adult friends and was like, ventriloquism, boys. Fucking ventriloquism.
I'll think about it.
He's gonna come check you out. You've touched the Don's heart. I actually don't think that was his first name. I literally think he did so many nightclubs for the mafia in the 80s he got a fucking honorary title.
The fabulous ventriloquism of Tim. That's your name.
Billy, my name's Billy.
And Billy, Tim and Billy, come on, put your hands together, come on.
Well, that's not a good start.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gents.
Bring back the fucking girl with the tits.
Respect that punter in the front row's honesty. Well, I mean, there's been worse first-time performances on stage. Not many. You should have just done the Police Academy voice and people would have fucking loved it back then. He's like Sam Kinnison's cat.
It was terrible, wasn't it?
Well, of course you were. You didn't do anything except sweat and apologise.
You had no technique, no concentration, and no material. And you had no idea how to work the audience.
He's being honest. She loves the old ventriloquist act. She was right into her ventriloquism of 30 years ago. She's an aficionado. Just so happens for Dawn.
Can I buy you a drink, my dear?
What was I fucking thinking about?
Probably cocaine in the era this was filmed, bro.
What happened here? At first we thought they were necking, but then the guy saw us and took off running through the woods. Did you see him? What did he look like?
And now there's a fucking dead body. So did he just find a car wreck there? That seemed completely out of the blue to me.
Mr. Ingalls?
Oh my
Get out of here, goddammit!
Hey, just get that. What the hell are you pulling here? Hey, give me that. That's my morphine.
He's shooting morphine. Fucking hell, Dawn. Real Dawns don't shoot morphine.
To think I wanted to be just like you. Please don't hurt me. You killed that woman tonight, didn't you?
No, not me. Don't lie to me.
Ah, right, that was the woman who he offered a drink to.
No, I set those fires, but I never killed any of those people. Then who killed her? Who killed her? Morty.
So he's blaming the dummy for his murders, and that's why he doesn't do it anymore.
He's never been able to have a woman in a normal way. Oh, I try to stop him. But there's just no reasoning with Morty.
I'm loving the way this story's going.
Morty can't hurt me. He's made of cloth and wood. Nothing else.
You don't know what you're saying.
Dawn's about to put Morty on and give him the old 1-2.
Morty, please, not again.
He can't hurt me. He's not real.
How did he know that was the exact cupboard that guy kept his old puppet in? Some angry ventriloquists in the comments. It's not a puppet, it's a dummy! I hear you. And your hand you're using to talk with.
No head.
You know it all, huh? Know it all, you little shit.
This is backstage footage from a nightclub in the 70s.
Morty's like me. He's real. He's flesh and blood. In fact, Morty is my brother. My brother. He's the
Oh my god.
Morty.
Holy shit.
Guess we were meant to be twins, but nature can work in a...
I was not expecting that.
He even destroyed the last of the morphine. The only thing that could calm him down. Now I can't even stop him. He's very willful. What are you gonna do?
Alright, so he was giving the evil arm twin the morphine.
He doesn't control you. You're the ventriloquist. He's the dummy.
I'm the brains of this outfit. It was my idea to go into showbiz. I designed the act. I wrote all the material.
Oh, Dawn doesn't like that. Krang trying to take all the credit.
I'm sorry, Gary. You're a nice kid. But I gotta chop you. I gotta cut you into steaming little pieces.
Stop! You can fight him, Mr. Ingalls. You can fight him.
This is, I love this. The creature effects, the way the stories went so weird in a good way. This is awesome.
Get out of my head!
I figured this might end with him cutting his own arm off. I respectfully decided not to make any more predictions after seeing the arm twin.
I'm free. Finally free.
Oh, contrary, friend. I'm the one who's finally free.
The arm twin speaks French. It's cultured. Oh, that was a brutal throat effect.
Mr. Ingalls!
It's so hilarious that that Siamese twin is just clearly someone's hand.
What an ugly bastard.
You inbred fucking Cabbage Patch Kid!
You're a real schmuck!
I'm gonna turn you into brain fucking pie!
Hey, Larry! Whoa!
Oh wow, they're having so much fun filming this episode.
What a moron! Moron!
The pitch! Oh! Batter swing!
Oh my god! That was fucking incredible.
It's doing...
I'm making an asshole casserole, pal, and you're the main ingredient.
Oh, Jesus. It's killing... No!
I didn't know you put arm Siamese twin in asshole casserole. I'll need to remember that the next time I make it.
It's killing me. I'll do anything you want.
Anything?
What an endearing little freaky hand Siamese twin.
It's showtime, folks!
So now he's gonna use it as his ventriloquist dummy.
Look what just walked in! Hubba, yow! What a tomato!
When was that endearing word for a female? She's a tomato.
Hey, baby, what are you doing after the show?
Material, damn it.
Forget the material. The Tootsie's making eyes at me.
Warning you.
I bet she could suck the varnish off a footstool.
If you ever need to revarnish, bring her round.
Try to scratch your ass now? What's that? Looks like we're...
Why does he have fingers coming out his neck? Has he literally welded them onto his own hand? Okay, so that was episode 10 of season 2 of Tales from the Crypt, Ventriloquist Dummy, and I will be back in just a minute with my thoughts on that. So episode 10 of season 2, Ventriloquist Dummy. What did I think of that? Wow. What a mad little story. Again, I need to literally chill on my predicting now, because Tales from the Crypt began with many stories that were quite formulaic, and these last couple have just smacked me sideways with the way they've turned and twisted and shit. I genuinely thought he had the glove in his hand because of the tragic fire 15 years ago. They sold that shit to me so well. Usually you're looking for twists, and twists are generally things that are, if you're looking close you can tell. A perfect example, I don't know if it's next to me on the rack just now, it is not, but it's been on the rack, you might have seen it, is Brotherhood of the Wolf. Brotherhood of the Wolf had a main character who the whole film, he was hiding an arm, and one of the bad guys in the film had a very distinct hand. I wasn't even looking for it, but I sort of figured the guy was hiding his arm by the end of that film. This, I completely was taken aback by the fire thing, in the sense that I thought, so I wonder if this guy set the fire to stop the other guy from, performing. My brain went down that path. I completely wasn't looking at the sock in the hand anymore, which in actuality you should have looked closely at, because it's something covering something, so something is going to be revealed from it. Do you see what I'm saying? But because the fire story was so... it made sense within the story so well, I just wasn't looking for it. So when he pulled that sock off and it turned out he actually had a Siamese twin on his arm who was doing his ventriloquism, wow, what a mad twist. That is a great little twist. Loved the story. Ventriloquist dummies, again, as I said at the start of this, or during it, there's a lot of tropes with ventriloquist dummies and stuff like that in horror. It's been used a lot of times. The most recent example is Annabelle. I actually know the real life history of that doll. It's a real doll. It's good to learn these things if you try and write horror yourself. So, it's obviously bullshit, but we're in a day and age where a guy, I believe, sold a haunted walking stick for $50,000 on eBay. The moral of that story is, if you're a good fiction writer, you could literally buy a bunch of shit out of an antique shop, sit and write backstories and lore to them, put them on eBay, and some weird ghost person somewhere will purchase one. I do not believe in ghosts whatsoever, so I instantly obviously assume this Annabelle thing is a bullshit backstory. Nevertheless, they've took it to some next level, because there's a museum of the supernatural somewhere, or a haunted artifacts museum or something like that, where this doll resides. And they're literally I don't know, they're just playing it up so badly. It's like got signs around it like, must never remove from the glass and all that. It's just a shitty little doll. But through creativity and lore building, these people are able to get a movie franchise out of that doll's backstory. They obviously sold the rights of that to the movie studio. They've got a little museum just for people to come and see a doll. It's a good hustle if you can get it. If you're an immoral person and want to hustle the general public like that, it's quite easy to do if you're not superstitious. I don't want to go into religion or anything like that, but I'll put it like this. As long as there was a village person who believed that there was a troll under the bridge, there would be a person who was not superstitious exploiting their fear of that belief by perpetuating stories to them in order to control and manipulate them. Superstition can be used against you by the unsuperstitious. Luckily, I'm not an immoral person and I wouldn't do shit like that. But if you ever want to hustle and want to make bank and don't give a fuck about bullshitting your way to doing it, go buy a few things from your local antique shop, write some creepy backstories to them, put them up on eBay and watch what happens, because you never know. It's a strange world we live in. Back to the episode. So, ventriloquism, big trope of the horror genre. But, again, this was done so uniquely and so originally. It doesn't remind me of any sort of ventriloquist thing I've seen before. It's just his own little unique story, which was great about it. I forget the other actor's name for the life of me, which is so annoying, because I literally watched him do a stand-up show 10 years ago, long after his Police Academy shit. I watched the full thing. Not the greatest, but, you know, I like to see any sort of stand-up just to see how good people are, so I checked it out. But he did a very good film though, which I always thought like maybe Vince Gilligan had seen before he wrote the premise of Breaking Bad, because it seemed to be out just before Breaking Bad, and it was about a guy that was diagnosed that he was dying, and he just like was watching the Kardashians on TV and all these shallow people on Pop Idol, and he just went and goes and buys a gun and goes on a little killing spree, taking out the shallow people he thinks are destroying the minds of society. It's a good film. I forget the name of it as well, but through trial and error, from what I've said, you guys should be able to go and check these things out. It was great to see him in it. It was great to see Don Rickles in it. Don Rickles is such a G. What will you have seen him in? If you've seen Casino, he plays the floor manager in Casino, but I love my old school comedy as well, with people like Don Rickles and stuff like that. I love that style of comedy. It's all Rodney Dangerfield. It might not be applicable directly to today, but it is a craft to get punchlines in such a short set-up, punchy amount of time. They're obviously like little gags, they're little things, but they accumulate and build up because he can cram so many in a 15-minute set. If he's on the stronger side of his material, by the end of that 15 minutes it's just a cascade that will have anybody laughing. He's an absolute legend in the game, so it's great to see Don Rickles pop up in this. He was obviously having so much fun too, and I'm assuming he did both voices, because it did sound like Don Rickles putting on a voice when the ventriloquist dummy spoke. So he seemed like he had such fun doing this episode. It must have been great to like fucking get the prosthetics mounted on your hand and have to do all that mad shit with the puppet on his hand later on representing a Siamese twin. I just imagine that was a blast for the two of these guys to film. Also, I don't know if you noticed, but it's the first time I've noticed. It might be the same for all episodes and I've just noticed it now, but two of the producers in this shit are Robert Zemeckis, who also directed the Christmas episode, and Joel Silver, who's like, these guys are big people in the game that are working on this show. So now I completely understand why the star power are drawn towards it, because these producers handle some of the biggest franchises in mainstream cinema. They've got all these actors on speed dial to be like, oh, by the way, come do a Tales from the Crypt episode as well, then you can be in Batman Returns. Do you know what I mean? Heavy hitters in the game all get drawn towards Tales from the Crypt. So, that has been my thoughts on episode 10 of season 2, Ventriloquist Dummy. If you have liked this video, click like, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this, or want to know when videos are coming out in the future. If there's anything you want me to react to in future, or anything you want to talk about from anything we've just seen, comment below. And share this video around to anybody you think might appreciate it or want to watch this series along with us. Also, I now have a Patreon. On my Patreon, if you become a Patreon, You get access to polls, which allow you to vote on what I'm going to be watching next. You get access to these reactions I post on YouTube months and months in advance, and you also get full-length versions of everything I react to on there. You do need your own copy of the show to watch it along with me, but my full-length version of the reactions are all on the Patreon as well. So consider becoming a Patreon, it helps out the channel a lot, and until next time, I have been BA, peace.